I think we folded in all the channels here, the cards, the book, what you see from that gaming perspective. I guess we just can't wait to see it. That's what we want to do next.
Yeah.
If people want to know how they can, play this game, become part of this game, obviously they can start reading the book on crosstheages.com.
Yes.
What are next steps? What should we be waiting for? Obviously, you guys have Discord group, Twitter group, Instagram,
Yes.
big following. Is that where we should wait to know?
You have to be involved, being part, the Discord channel or the Telegram channel or even the Twitter channel, it's a thing that you can understand and know more about the project. We don't take the same content on different channels. So when you start to broaden them, you say, oh wow, I have this information here, and we put some information in other place, and we do that just to not duplicate the same information. We're giving information every week and every month when we have new milestone, a new point that we reach, and what we want to do is like to being close, to the community. So yeah, definitely the good way is the social media.
Right. All right. And so May, some of the early people are going to start to see the game and play the game.
Yeah.
And again, it's going to start out simple, and then it's going to slowly pull people in. It's going to be fun to play, easy to play, cheap to play.
Definitely.
And we're going to start going down that route. I can't wait to play. And again, I don't call myself a gamer, but I'm very excited. Obviously, nice to have Niobe in the family. And obviously, I find this story really fascinating. And it is our reality. And I find your energy fascinating.
Thank you.
Any final thoughts for Cross the Ages or in general for people just kind of negotiating with the space and the metaverse and the future?
What we want to do, is to have like the best word on the future. The way to do that is to do it together. Alone we can't do something. It's only together, and this is the message of Cross the Ages. And more you will understand why we're doing that and what is the real point behind that. More you understand what is the essence of Cross the Ages. Union, being together. Together we can do everything. There are absolutely no limits.
Isn't it crazy that it's that simple, Sami? It's almost like everything in our world is created to not do that sometimes, to separate us, to divide us, to make us all feel
Everything
different.
is made for that.
It is.
Everything.
Right.
Definitely. And this is why, we have to don't forget about that.
Right.
And we are all the same, You just to give the hand of someone, Sometimes you just give a good word to someone and, you feel like the happiness and the face changing.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what you have to do, the good way, because this is the thing that the world is evolving and changing. We need to keep it. You said before that what we're going to do on the metaverse, can we able to control it? And if from the beginning we are able, to give responsibility to the people and to bring them happiness, we maybe should be avoid, some difficult situation.
Yeah. It's funny, Sami, you talk about this kind of union. I've been having conversations for 10 years here, right? I've been having 1,000 different guests on the show, and some of the most diverse names I've ever had, at the end of the conversation, they say the same thing you just said. They said, Brian, we're all one. That's the thing I've learned about my long life, my trials and tribulations. You could have been a bodybuilder, or you could have been a writer.
I promise I didn't know about that.
Right, okay. And when they all come to this conclusion, and that was always one of the parting messages. And it took me years and years to understand what they were talking about, but I finally understanding it. And the one beautiful thing I love about the blockchain space is that it does feel like this is a way we can become one and become responsible, transparent. I think it maybe can bring the best version of ourselves to show up every day, and to contribute the most, because maybe we'll be able to see what's happening and maybe interact with people all over the world in a way where it doesn't separate us by borders, by social classes. And the story is maybe very important to pull people in.
It's like internet, Is it everything is good in internet? No, but it's bring a technology and like a thing that we never expect on on the past. So on everything you have good and bad. The question is how are you going to use it?
Yeah.
Everything is the same thing.
Yeah.
And like a final thing, yeah, you're right. I missed something very important. Imagine that across the ages, they will find a way to make the world better. Deeply. Something, you know, to change the problem that we have today on climate and everything. Imagine that. And those will be found, you know, for the people, you know, inside and involved. Maybe, you know, humans say, okay, it's work for them, why not for us? Bring something from the metaverse to the reality and change the world of the people. This is exactly the objective, you know, from the beginning.
Right. So it actually takes something from the metaverse back into the real life. Is there any historical example of, you know, a game changing the world? Or are you guys going to be the first?
I don't know. It's like very ambitious, you know. I can't say that. I think like everyone has different experience. You know, I remember I used to play to different games that it changed my perception. You know, and they touched me so deep, you know. I used to play to a game called Suikoden. He touched me so deeply, you know. The story touched me so deeply that even now, you know, when I see like the generic, I say, wow, this game, it's everyone, you know, we are all different. But what we want is to trying to find a way to touch the maximum of people.